Hi guys, it's Abby here and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to talk a little bit more about eating out and survival tips and tricks on how you can help yourself when you're out with friends or there's holidays things. So I have 8 foolproof of what you can take away on how to be able to handle those moments when you're still trying to stick to your healthy lifestyle, and so things won't go awry. So number one, I actually wrote everything down so I can remember, and this is my own little notepad that I write to myself. Number one, you want to pre-plan. So before you even go out to eat, or before you go out to your family functions, or before you go out to your friend's function, if you're going to a restaurant, you want to go and you want to look online and you want to see what do they have as menu options, and so from there you can see their calories, or if they have nutrition facts that you can put in, or you can just know the restaurant, put it into your app as I showed you before, and then you can see what they have already preset into the app. Now if you're having like a family function and you don't know specifically, if you know who's cooking, like your uncle who always cooks, or your aunt who always cooks, or your grandmother, then you can always ask them, or have a parent ask them and see what they decide to cook for that family function. See, and then go on to your app, type it in, and pre-plan for that particular meal. Now also what you can do is know before you go. That's what I like to use. So if you know that in a week, and next week that you're going to be going out, well, you may want to plan your points ahead of time of how many you're going to sacrifice. If it's going to be drinking, if it's going to be eating, you plan that week in advance, or you plan 3-4 days out in advance before you go to the actual function or you go to the actual event, and you'll be able to know what you're going to eat and what you're going to have, and what you're going to, if you're going to indulge on, what you're going to indulge on. Number 2 is bring a dish. Now for functions that your friends may have, there's the potluck at your job, or there's a potluck at your friend's house, you want to bring your own dish. Now this is not to be rude to the person who invited you, to the guest of honor, but you want to be cognizant on what you're eating every single time you go out. So if it actually is a nice gesture if you are able to talk to the person, to let them know or ask them, hey, is it okay that I bring a dish? Or if it's okay that I bring, it can be a dessert dish, it can be a main course dish, if that's okay, if I can bring one. So then when you get there, you already have made your own dish and you know how many points it is per serving. Number 3, don't come hungry. Now if you're going to a function or you're going out to eat, that is an odd thing to say, to don't come hungry, because that's the whole point that you're going. But if you're coming hungry, you're going to want to eat everything in sight. So if you snack before you eat, if you use your 0-point foods like your fruits and your veggies, or if you actually eat before you get there, you have less of an appetite to want to eat when you actually get there. So if sometimes I may go out with a friend, and it could be an instance where you've already eaten before you got there, because some instance has happened before. We've all done it before, where we already actually ate before there's food to the next event or family function that we went to. But if you eat before you get there, you're less wanting to order more food or snack on whatever they had, or snack on friend's dish, than if you actually had snacked before you got there, or you actually ate before you got there. So number 4. So 2 things that you can do to actually suppress your appetite is either chew gum or brush your teeth. Now we all know that chewing gum, it keeps the mind going, it keeps the mouth going, and so it actually suppresses your appetite for a little bit longer, not completely the whole night, but it actually suppresses it and for a while, so you don't feel the need to have to eat right away. So if you're going to a function, or you're going to be with friends or a social event, you'll be more likely to socialize first before you're able to think about food. Or you can brush your teeth. So if you're just able to go home, or even before you leave the office for the day, if it's a happy hour or anything like that, bring your toothbrush with you or to go, or if you're able to go home before, brush your teeth. It's really good if you use a tongue scraper. So being able to brush your teeth and use a tongue scraper, your mouth is super clean, and it actually suppresses your need to want to eat when you get there, and so you're not going to be as hungry for when you get there. Number 5, fill up with water or bring water. So what one of my best friends that has always told me that sticks with me to this day is drink a bottle of water before you eat anything. And what this does, it fills up your stomach, so when you're eating your food, you're gonna get fuller faster. So whenever you're out to eat or whenever you're at a social event, drink water first before you decide to order a meal or eat any food. That's actually going to fill up your belly first, so then you're not going to eat as much. So then you can take the rest of your food or your dish to go. Or if you want to, you bring your own water. So I actually have my own big 58 ounces of water. I don't recommend using this everywhere, but if you have a water bottle, or if you even just have a plastic bottle, bring one of those, drink one of those, not the whole thing. I'm not talking about the 58 ounce, but 8 ounce or a 12 ounce or a 16, 18 ounce before you actually eat, so then you're less likely to want to eat as much later. Number 6 is socialize more and eat less. Okay, the whole reason that you're at a function or a social function is to socialize, to mix and to mingle. So if you're at a family function, you haven't seen your family in so long, or if you're at your friends and you're catching up with them for a long amount of time, or even just a couple of days, if you know, you and your best friends, or if you're at with some of your co-workers and you're catching up with them, whatever the case may be, then socialize more and then wait later to eat. So if you're sitting there talking, even drinking water because you just talk so much that you're parched, socialize, drink, so by that time the functions or the event is close to the near hour of being finished, and then you can be able to take all that food home. Number 7, sharing is definitely caring. So when you're going out to eat, you know, do like an Applebee's 2 for $20. I'm not saying go to Applebee's, but treat it as such. You're going to an Applebee's 2 for $20. Okay, share that food or share the appetizer that you would for 2 for $20, and ask them, hey, do you want to split this dish, or you want to split this dessert? Because as I told you, more sugar, more points. So if you can still have some dessert, but if you split it, then it's going to be less points. If you split a dish, it's going to be less points. They take their half home, you take your half home, and everybody's a happy camper. And then number 8, which is my last and final one, and I like to use it because I kind of like to drink a little bit more alcohol than normal people. But drinking, when it comes to alcohol intake, they do have points values. And one specific thing you like to do is not to drink cocktails. Cocktails add sugars, and sugars add points. So then you have your liquor and your alcohol, and then you have your sugary drink. That's a whole meal in itself. So what you want to do, if you're going to be drinking, is drink straight liquor. Straight liquor, from vodka to tequila to cognac, whatever, to rum, whatever you decide to drink. It's going to be per ounce, and it's going to be 3 to 4 ounces, or even a beer, 5 points for one drink. So you don't want to mix your drinks. Try to do it as straight as possible. Second is, if you know you're going to be drinking at a function or event or with your friends, you want to stack up as much as you can with 0 points fruits and veggies. So what I like to do is I'll have a good breakfast, and then I'll have a good lunch. I don't want to go hungry. I'm not saying not to eat. A good lunch. But as for my dinner, I would, as from lunch to dinner, I am snacking constantly, and I am filling up my belly, drinking water and snacking constantly on my fruits and my veggies. So by the time I get to my dinner function, and I know either if I'm going to drink or if I'm going to eat, or if I'm just going to have one entree and I'm going to have one drink, or if I'm going to have 3 drinks and I decide to just get an appetizer, it's your choice of how you want to do this thing, then I know how many points I'm going to have. So I say use a lot of the 0 points values that your smart points of your Weight Watchers allows you to do, and snack on those, so then you'll be able to hold off those points till later. And that's not even including if you want to drink, if you want to be able to snack, if you want to snack on fruits for lunch and then hold those points until then, feel free to do so. So those are my 8 tips and tricks on how to survive going out. Thank you guys. Make sure you like and you comment and subscribe. Let me know how you like this video, or if you have any more questions, feel free to answer. So until next time, bye guys. I really love cheese, and it was so hard to give up cheese because so much cheese is so many points. Why? Like, why did they do this to us? But